Johnny says, "All right. You did well by telling me that I am chosen by the devil. But I can't stay here." When he comes back, he sees that the whole city is destroyed. Roads are broken and no one knew that who did it. Then her friend Roxy is shown interviewing someone. She was angry with him again and leaves because he didn't meet her this time too. After it, Johnny comes to his house and read books about the Ghost Riders. It was written that they can control their fire if they want. Then Johnny does the same, he takes out the fire on his hand and then controls it. Later, Roxy comes again and apologizes to him and says, "I didn't want to talk like this to you." She looks at a picture of both of them in his room. Johnny says, "Let me take you to the car." He didn't want to do it but he had to because the night was falling and his time of becoming Ghost Rider was drawing near. Roxy asks him, "What's wrong with you? What do you want?" Johnny says, "If I tell you the truth, you won't like staying with me." Roxy compels him to speak. He tells the truth but she doesn't believe it and leaves. The police were blaming Ghost Rider for all the destruction happening in the city. They arrest him and put him behind bars. But as the night falls, he melts the rods of the jail and comes outside. He set out to meet Blackheart. When Blackheart gets aware of it, he orders his men to stop him. On the other side, police were chasing him too. Then a scene creates that a man of Blackheart calls the Ghost Rider and starts running. Now, Ghost Rider runs behind him and the police behind Ghost Rider. On the way, a building comes and Ghost Rider drives his bike on it. Seeing this, people get nervous and scared. Roxy was witnessing everything and she starts believing that he must be speaking the truth. As the Ghost Rider reaches the top, he grabs Blackheart's man. But nothing happens to him as he had powers of the air. But suddenly, Ghost Rider takes out his chain and covers it with fire, and starts wrapping it around him. As a result, he dies of burning. Later, Johnny goes to that old man again who told him about the Ghost Rider. Johnny asks him, "How will this end?" He informs him that everything will conclude with the demise of Blackheart. Then that man takes him to a grave. Slay was written on it. He tells that he was also a Ghost Rider. He was sent to take the souls of the people of San Viganza according to the contract. But when he found this task difficult, he didn't give that contract to Blackheart and run with it. Blackheart wants to get this contract because it will make him powerful. But during this, don't go near your beloved ones because he'll use them against you. Then Ghost Rider goes to Roxy, but he finds Blackheart there already. Blackheart grabs him by the neck but on contrary, Johnny becomes the Ghost Rider and grabs him by the neck. And then says, "Look into my eyes and feel the pain of the people whom you killed and did wrong with." Blackheart says, "Your powers won't work on me because I am soulless." As he says this, he pushes him and says, "From now on you'll work for me instead of my father. If you want to save Roxy's life, then meet her in San Viganza along with that contract." After it, Blackheart takes Roxy with her. On the other hand, Johnny goes to that old man and says, "I want to save my friend at any cost." That old man had that contract. Johnny requests him to give this contract to him. The old man refuses and says, "This will destroy the whole world." Johnny asks him to trust him. "They took my soul but didn't buy me. I still have faith and passion for love left in me." That old man says, "I know that you didn't make this contract in greed but for love. Therefore God is helping you too. I think you are the one who can kill Blackheart." That old man says, "All right. But San Viganza village is at a distance of 500 miles so we should set out now." Johnny asks shockingly, What do you mean?" Just then the old man whistles and a horse disappeared from there. He sits on the horse and says to Johnny that my one last journey is remaining. As he says this, he wears his hat and we see him turning into a Ghost Rider. In fact, he was also a Ghost Rider and he was that man who didn't give Blackheart that contract of San Viganza. After this, they both set out for San Viganza on their rides. As they reach there, that old man says, I can't go forward anymore. Because I could become a ghost rider only one more time. I saved this chance for today. He leaves as he says this. Now Johnny enters inside. Only one man of black heart was left. He tries to make him drown in the water. But just then, Johnny becomes the ghost rider and drowns him on the contrary. Then he goes to Black Heart and asks him to free her. But he throws her away. Johnny had that contract in his hand. He goes near Black Heart, but doesn't give him the contract. Then he becomes the ghost rider. They fight a lot. Then we are shown that the sun is rising. Taking advantage of it, Black Heart throws the ghost rider in the sunlight. And then he is transformed into Johnny. That village felt so haunted because many souls were present there. Black Heart holds up the contract and starts reading it loudly. He says, all the souls that are here, come inside me. Hearing it, all the souls start coming inside him. Black Heart's eyes turned red because he was a holder of many powers now. Roxy goes to the ghost rider and asks him to leave. It's time to leave, she says. We gave him what he wanted, but Johnny says, no. I started this contract and I've to end it. Roxy asks him, why only you? Johnny says, because I'm ghost rider. Later, Black Heart goes near Johnny and shoots him, but nothing happens to him. He hits him and his gun falls. Then he tries to go into the dark, but Black Heart grabs him by the neck and says, not now. Now I have all the souls of your world. Suddenly, Roxy comes and starts shooting him. It distracts him and Johnny falls from his hand. Roxy shoots again and here Black Heart's neck is detached. But obviously, he had many powers so he could grow his head back. Roxy's gun runs out of bullets. Johnny takes this gun and takes his hand in the dark and start firing because his hand was afire now. Black Heart is cut into pieces with it. All those souls start exiting his body. But as I've told, he had many powers, so he collects all the souls again and comes back to his original form. But now he knew how to kill Black Heart. He goes to him and asks him to feel the pain of the souls whom he had killed. He starts feeling the pain. Because of many souls, he couldn't endure the pain. And finally, he dies here. Later, his father, that old man, is shown to us. He comes to Johnny and says, well done. You did my task. I free you now. You can start your new life happily if you want. A normal life, he says. Johnny refuses and says, I'll use these powers and abilities against you. Wherever someone is killed, I will be there. You will be punished for what you have done. The old man says, I will not leave you. Ghost Rider says, we aren't afraid. He screams as he slams his stick into the ground and vanishes. The movie ends here. Thank you for watching.